The Signature Dish Challenge has been a staple over the now 21 season history of Hell's Kitchen, as this is the first chance the aspiring chefs get to show off their skills as Chef Ramsay. And while some chefs do indeed make a good first impression on Ramsay, other chefs have had quite the opposite effect due to how terrible their dish was. What's going on, guys? I'm FlynnMasters, and today we'll be looking at the worst signature dishes in Hell's Kitchen history. And this isn't just your basic top 10 ranking. We'll be going through every season of Hell's Kitchen and pick out the worst of the worst when it comes to these dishes. Before we begin, if you love Hell's Kitchen and want to see more content like this, then please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. As with season 21 officially underway, there's no better time than now to join the great community of HK fans on this channel and enjoy these fun videos. With all that said, strap yourselves in, everyone, because we've got 20 seasons worth of bad plates to go through.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
The Season 1 Signature Dish Challenge was for many Americans their first real chance to see Gordon Ramsay on screen, and boy, did he make an impact 15 minutes into the series opener. I think the dishes that stand out most to me here are Chris and Andrew's, as yes, while you could argue chefs like Dewberry had worse plates, it was Ramsay's brutal insults to the cocky Andrew and executive chef Chris that showed these chefs and viewers at home that Ramsay wasn't here to mess around.
And what is it?
It's called Andrew's Absolute Penne.
Andrew's Absolute Penne.
Correct.
That is absolute dog.
Could use some salt.
You think you're smart, yeah?
I have my moments.
And how long have you been cooking?
About 10 years.
What a waste of 10 years. Get back in line.
It's mine, Chef. Chris. Executive Chef.
Executive chef.
Executive Chef.
I think you're a plank.
Well, I don't really know what that means, Chef.
Plank means an idiot. You need to clean your glasses. It's raw.
I don't agree, Chef.
Let me tell you something, and listen to me. You've got a lot to learn. So be a good plank and get back in line.
Thank you, Chef.
Season 2 arguably produced the worst signature dishes in the entire show, as the only two dishes to receive praise were Giacomo and Heather, and even then, Ramsay was pissed at Heather for making a dessert as her main dish. But the two dishes that stand out most to me are Polly and Tom, as Ramsay was absolutely ruthless to the two, and it would be a foreshadowing of just how poorly they would perform in Season 2, as to this day, they're both still considered donkeys of Hell's Kitchen.
It's an undone focaccia bread with a garlic dipping oil.
Undone. What does that mean, undone?
It means it's not done.
Oh my God. Right now, I'd rather eat poodle than put that in my mouth. Back in line. It's the first time in my entire life I've been served a cooked Caesar salad.
I understand that, Chef.
Sounds disgusting. Let's move the Caesar salad off. There you go.
Appreciate it, thanks.
Thank you.
It's hot.
Tom, off back with your Caesar salad.
Thank you, Chef.
If he didn't care, he wouldn't break my chops.
In Season 3, we saw two huge no-nos this season when it comes to the signature dish, as Vinny questioned Ramsay's remarks about his dish, while Rock served up frozen food, the first chef to do so for this challenge, which of course would end up becoming one of Ramsay's biggest pet peeves, as there's not many other things you can do to make a worse first impression than serving a Michelin star chef prepackaged food in your first attempt to impress him.
It is chorizo encrusted pink snapper.
Where in the is the snapper?
It's underneath.
That's the snapper there.
Yes, sir.
Do you think you could really seriously eat all that without burning your mouth?
What a disappointment.
I don't think so.
Now you want to argue. Back in line.
Chef.
I'm excited you had time to make gnocchi.
I didn't have time to make it. It was frozen.
You served me frozen gnocchi. But the execution sucked.
I just didn't execute my own freaking signature dish well.
Back in line.
Season 4 is right up there with Season 2 in terms of terrible signature dishes, as Ramsay even questioned this group of chefs after he was done tasting every dish. But without question, the two worst dishes came from Matt and Petroza, as Petroza served Ramsay a freaking pumpkin, while Matt literally made Ramsay physically ill.
Things might be looking up.
Oh, f me.
Or are they?
What did you do to it to get it in there?
It got in there. I got it in there.
Holy
There's some butter in there.
Some butter in that.
It's a lot of butter.
We'll stop there, yeah?
Okay, okay.
That goes in there, yeah?
Right.
And let's see what we've got for trick or treat, shall we?
Okay. It's
Off you go.
presented like
Yeah,
that.
perfect. Right, take your time.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God. What's the dish called?
Hen and a pumpkin.
Right now, looking at that mess, I'd like to stick your head in there, you know that? You had more chance sticking a candle in there, making me happy. For Halloween, you were sticking a hen in there. Off.
He was looking for something memorable, and I believe that my dish was memorable.
Raw quail egg, lime zest, olive oil, scallops, caviar, and grated white chocolate. That must be one of the worst combinations I've ever tasted in 21 years of cooking. Piss off, will you?
Season 5 was marked as the first true good signature dish challenge, as chefs like Carol, G, and Andrea really shined here. However, there were still many chefs who stood out for all the wrong reasons, with the glaring ones being Colleen and Seth, as not only did their dishes suck, but their reactions to the criticism of Ramsay made it all that much worse.
Look at the size of it.
I feed big Nebraska boys. Would you like me to get you a bite?
No, I'll bite it myself. Ah.
Okay.
You seriously charge $300 to teach people how to make that crap?
Yes, chef. I teach manners too, chef.
Say it again. Okay, please, Miss Manners, f off back in line.
The ratatouille, what's in there?
Tomatoes, onion, tomato sauce, tomato paste.
That's the worst dish I've ever tasted. 15 years to cook that and you're laughing. Make history on being the fastest exit in Hell's Kitchen. Back in line.
In season 6, we had two of the more odder signature dishes, as not only did Amanda and Melinda do very poorly, but they had very strange presentations as well.
2 seconds. I need to grab one thing.
What's that?
Tequila.
Tequila. You're cooking me a slice of toast dipped in egg.
Yes, chef.
With?
Tequila.
To get me drunk?
Give me a lot more. Keep on going.
What the were you doing for 42 minutes? Because that takes literally 3 minutes. Shocking.
My dish. It's very rich and succulent. It's luscious and velvety. You can just feel what's happening in your mouth and the satisfaction that comes.
Where's the tail?
During the cooking process, I had some challenges.
Where's the tail? Absolutely pathetic.
Dang, that's another 0.
There's 3 standout dishes from season 7, as they're all distinct in their own way. First up, you have Scott, immediately getting his ego put in the check by Chef Ramsay.
It'll be a struggle for me to be a cook amongst other cooks because I've become accustomed to being a chef amongst cooks. I would be embarrassed to finish second place.
I mean, it's, you know, rather pathetic. There's not one appetizing ingredient.
Then there's Jamie, who made arguably the most dangerous signature dish mistake in Hell's Kitchen history.
What in the is that?
That is the toothpick. No. Please don't eat that.
Can you imagine if that hit someone's throat? I'm not even going to taste it.
Pretty much a lot embarrassed.
And lastly, there's Salvatore, an Italian man who didn't even make his own pasta.
It's a bucatina matriciana.
And you made the bucatina? You made your...
No, I didn't make, chef.
An Italian that doesn't make his own pasta? From Naples? Embarrassing. Points to the ladies.
Season 8 of course gave us the legendary Raj, and right away, we got a glimpse into the train wreck he would end up being this season, as he literally made his food take a piss. You know, that's actually more impressive than anything.
This is a seafood and vegetable pancake.
My God. That is a pancake?
It's a, yeah.
Does that look like a pancake? Oh, just going for a piss? A pancake that pisses.
And then there's Antonia, who despite only lasting half an episode, would forever integrate herself into Hell's Kitchen lore, as she made, in my eyes, the worst signature dish in Hell's Kitchen history.
It's a Mardi Gras gumbo.
Oh, God. And does it normally look like a plate of liquid?
No, it's gonna be good.
Oh, excuse me. Now. God. Are you crazy?
I'm sorry it wasn't up to par.
Up to par? It's unedible.
Oh my God. I don't even know how to explain that.
Dear, oh dear.
I mentioned how Rock was really the first person ever to make a prepackaged dish in Hell's Kitchen. Well, after Rock got an earful about it from Ramsay in season 3, it appeared that chefs learned their lesson about breaking this cardinal sin. But in season 9, Jonathan made a dish with such little effort that it got him threatened to be eliminated on the spot.
Hold on, it gets worse. The pineapple looks like canned.
Limited time today.
Limited time. 45 minutes. Limited time. You can off now. Serious? I'll pay for the ticket. It's an absolute freaking mess. But the surprising fact was you opened it out of a can. That's what pissed me off more than anything. I'm not even gonna taste it.
While Carrie and Krupa at least made their dishes from scratch, that didn't make them any less dreadful.
I actually have a little sugar in there.
Who in their right mind would put sugar in mashed potatoes?
It's freaking delicious. It's like an orgasm in your mouth. Come on.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That is disgusting. First off, it doesn't exactly look appetizing, does it?
No.
No, it's like you've got 4 bits of arsewipe on a plate, splat. Spices are raw, bland. My dear Cooper, yeah, that is crapper.
In season 10, we had 2 very bad dishes, but they were bad for polar opposite reasons. On one hand, you had Guy, who flat out told Ramsay his dish sucked, while on the other hand you had Tavon, who was insanely cocky about his dish due to being an executive chef at 22.
Okay, what is it, Guy?
First of all, it didn't come out the way I wanted to. That sauce got burned. I wouldn't even try, it got burned. The sauce got burned.
Telling me not to try it?
I am, because the execution is poor.
Oh, don't say that, Guy.
Don't put it in your mouth. It's not good. It's not good. It's not for eating.
You're 22.
Yes.
And you're an executive chef running a brigade of chefs.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
How much vinegar did you put in there?
I like the drizzle. Well, more than a drizzle.
I mean, it's hideous. I mean, really bad. Congratulations, ladies. Good job. That's a mess.
That's the first time anybody said my food was so f***ed up on so many different levels. This is horrible.
Alfredo, my ass.
In season 11, for the first time in Hell's Kitchen history, the signature dish was done in front of a live audience, and thus began 6 seasons worth of cringy reactions. There were a plethora of bad dishes this season, but the 2 that stand out to me are Susan and Jeremy, as they in fact went head to head with each other. Their dishes would be a foreshadowing of things to come for the 2 this season, as Susan had her first of many struggles with the lamb, while Jeremy didn't even know what was on his own plate. Man, what a train wreck.
Well, no, it's not a ribeye, chef.
What is it?
I think it's a, I think it's ribeye. I'm sorry, chef.
You think it's ribeye?
Yes,
It
chef.
looks like a ribeye. So you're a lead cook and you haven't got a clue what you're cooking. When you slice into a steak of that quality, you destroy the fibers and the texture because you're stuffing it.
Sorry, chef.
Now, first off,
Yes, chef.
how many fingers have I got up?
5.
So you're not blind. Because I can see from here that your lamp is absolutely raw. Are you seriously trying to kill me? Do you want to go home right now? Sorry. Couscous is overcooked and the lamb's raw. No points. Disgusting.
Remember how I said earlier how Jonathan sparked the chefs from the teen seasons to serve prepackaged food? Well, Mike arguably made the laziest attempt for a dish in Hell's Kitchen history, as his entire dish was pre-made. And then to make matters worse, he had the audacity to question Chef Ramsay for his piss-poor effort.
Tortellini, what's inside the filling?
It's just a cheese. It's a packaged tortellini, fresh tortellini.
Please tell me you use fresh tomatoes.
They were canned tomatoes.
Come on, that was a joke.
His whole meal came out of a box.
I'm a little insulted. It's not like it's packaged dog food. That's bullshit, bro.
Come here, you. What did you just say? Yeah, okay. If you got anything to say to me, say it to my face, not my back.
You got it.
Off.
Yeah. One of the things that makes the signature dish challenge so interesting is that many all-time great chefs have had a really bad first showing, with Latasha, the winner of season 13, being a prime example.
What I have here is a grilled hickory rub watermelon.
You had 45 minutes to make me anything, and you grill me a slice of melon.
Yes, sir.
The rub certainly doesn't work. I'm disappointed. It's underwhelming. 1.
However, while many chefs do respond well from a poor first outing, most chefs who serve up bad signature dishes end up being early boots, with the 2 worst dishes from this season being from Aaron and JP, the 2 people who were on the chopping block on night 1.
I decided to go with a dessert. This is a hazelnut financier.
Not a pastry chef.
I'm required at the restaurant that I'm at to go both ways.
They're dry, and it wasn't done well. Your dish gets a 1. Oh, yep. And that looks like something out of the 1970s. You're the only one tonight that actually cooked their dish twice. So, I'm struggling whether to let you come to Hell's Kitchen or just send you home. Out of 5, JP, you get a 1.
Season 14 is often considered the most talented group of chefs to ever enter Hell's Kitchen. The only real bad chefs this season are Michael, Krista, and Monique. And while Michael had a decent dish, Monique and Krista showed right away how big of outliers they were talent-wise compared to their peers.
I want to know how you made it.
It's just from a jar. No, if you wanted it, you should have just told me. I would have did it. You came
I've
to
got
the
to tell
kitchen.
you what I want.
Yes.
Most pasta, 1 out of 5.
Okay.
I was in the cookie aisle, and I was looking at cookies.
What in the is that?
That is ginger crusted chicken.
Ginger cookie crusted chicken breast.
Yep, that's what's in there. Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, my God, really? Oh.
I mean, that is hideous.
Sorry.
1 out of 5.
So you know how I just said how it's very rare for the first couple boots of the season to have a really good signature dish? Well, season 15 even furthers my point, as the early boots of Mark, Vanessa, and Kevin far and away had the worst dishes.
Oh dear, they are cooked to 1 out of 5. Here's the thing, you may cook for first class. I wouldn't serve that to coach class. 1 out of 5, not good. There's a reason why you don't put fresh crisp salad on a hot pizza. How'd you make that dough so quick?
It was prepared dough.
So you didn't make the dough?
No.
Is it an authentic Caesar dressing?
Pre-made.
Let me ask you something. Do you want to go home?
Oh, God. This is not good. I can show you I will.
1 out of 5. That's all you get. Terrible.
Season 16 in my eyes is the worst overall performance from chefs in the 1 to 5 point era of the show, with the standouts here being Matt, Kim, and Jessica. First up, you have Kim, following the really stupid tradition of serving canned food.
Homemade pasta?
No, unfortunately not.
Obviously fresh clams.
I used 1 can of canned clams.
That is a mess. 1 out of 5.
Oh, damn.
You then have Matt taking a very, very dumb and uncalculated risk, especially for a signature dish.
Dove breast bolognese.
As in?
Dove.
As in the bird,
the bird, chef.
The pigeon?
The pigeon. Never even made it before, but.
You have absolutely the word bolognese. 1 out of 5.
Thank you, chef.
And lastly, there's Jessica, who is just your classic trainwreck chef, serving up a complete trainwreck dish.
A single mother of 1 and university chef to dazzle Chef Ramsay.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to struggle to give this a 1 out of 5.
Season 17, of course, was an all-star season, and with being all-stars combined with the fact that all these chefs had experience with serving up a signature dish, you wouldn't think there would be any problems. And if anything, the chefs who served up bad dishes their first season would be the ones to struggle. But it was Josh, Ben, and Robin who dropped the ball here, despite all of them producing a good dish their previous season.
Ben, describe the dish.
I stuffed the coconut rice inside the chicken breast and I roasted it together.
I've never seen a chicken breast stuffed with rice. It's a 2 out of 5, Ben. Filet cooked to hell. That's a 2 out of 5, Josh. That is not crispy. Robin, I'm going to be generous and give your salmon 1 out of 5. It was disgusting.
We continue on with returning chefs having struggles in season 18, as Jen had far and away the worst dish for the veterans team.
I have one big issue with that. When it starts to go ragged like that on the outside, what does that mean?
It gets a little dry, chef.
A little dry. Cracks at the end. Jen, that's a 2 out of 5.
A 2.
2.
Well, if it's any consolation, at least she didn't go down in standards like the previous All-Stars, as her dish in season 4 sucked as well.
Oh no, chef. Damn.
And you're now on the garde manger, which is the cold part of the kitchen, which confirms you can't cook.
You also have Scott this season, and yeah, safe to say, he's no all-star in any way, shape, or form.
Scott, fish is overcooked. The good news is, Scott, your restaurant's closed now. No one's eating this shit. 2 out of 5.
Season 19 was an overall very good performance from the chefs, as even the bad dishes weren't super terrible. The only true standout dish for all the wrong reasons came from Kenneth, as he took a page out of JP's playbook and plated his dish 20 minutes early.
Kenneth, you did something tonight that I haven't seen in over a decade. You had 20 minutes to go and you started plating this dish. I'm not looking for the Usain Bolt of cookery. Right now, looking at this chicken, I'm feeling bad for those kids in Philly. For me, that's a 1.
I mean, JP isn't exactly the chef I would try to replicate, unless I was trying to get sent home first. And hey, if that was Kenneth's goal, then at least he achieved his mission. We finish it off with season 20 Young Guns, as ironically, the oldest chef of the cast in Matthew had the worst dish, and this would be a foreshadowing of arguably the worst 2-episode stretch in Hell's Kitchen history.
I'm a big lover of shrimp,
Okay.
but I'm not very good at eating shrimp and the sack.
I didn't take out the crap. I didn't devein it. And I'm like, shoot. I didn't notice it. I was going too fast.
You didn't notice that? Would you like a little bite of the sack?
I'll avoid it. My bad.
Thank you guys so much for watching the entire history of terrible signature dishes in Hell's Kitchen. It took a lot of time to make this video, so if you enjoyed it and want to see more videos like this in the future, then please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as this is the place to be if you love Hell's Kitchen. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of there.